firstly, thank you for agreeing to do this. I know if I ask my parents, they'll probably say no. But they might even consider to do it. But it's something that some people may not be willing to do for their own reasons of time and personal reasons. But it's something that's nice for others that can give, I don't know, some comfort, some hope for other people to hear something from real life experience. So I appreciate you doing this.
Well, we would have said no too, Eric, but
I wouldn't say no.
But we're thinking of you.
Thank you.
And Tree.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, so
I said yes. He goes,
I understand. It's not easy, isn't it? Yeah. But you very kindly accepted, so we appreciate that. I'm interested to know, how did you two first meet?
yeah.
We both worked in the same place. When my father died when I was 13 and a half, and I had to go out to work and started working for the Commonwealth Government, Department of Civil Aviation in 1955. And how many years later?
4.
Some years later, Kate happened to work in the same place. And where I worked was this side of the passageway, and where she worked was that side of the passageway. My door was there, her door was there. So that's how we met.
Wow.
At work.
Yes. Yeah. Well, what was your first impression of each other?
I think it's no first impressions. I think was just another person that worked in the place. We saw each other a lot in terms of working, things just grow. They take their time. They don't start off with the finish. They start off at the beginning. Don't know them. Suddenly see them. Get to talk to people. Get to know them. And from there on, things developed.
Yeah.
Yes.
And did you propose? What happened back then?
Well, not formally. As I didn't go down on one knee.
No.
Yes, that's okay. Yes.
But
We just...
we just started to go out together, and just moved on from there, and eventually we both came to the idea that we'd get married, and so we did. Eventually, after going together for a number
5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's how you started, and I'm interested to know, Kay, what's your memory of the wedding?
Yes. Well, I have 4 younger sisters.
Yeah.
So they were 2 flower girls, 2 bridesmaids. And my mother, when she married, she wasn't able to wear the wedding dress because it was during the war. And she always wanted a white wedding with red in the flowers for the bridesmaids, the red. So I had exactly what she wanted. And we got married at St Gabriel's Church in Reservoir. And it was a very happy time, Ray was 25, I was 21, so I was very young, but it was all, it was just lovely.
Yeah.
Everything was
also
lovely.
very nice to, guess, in honor of your mother as well.
Yes, and it was, and Dad was really happy, and I know when we went out to get in the car, he went to get in the driver's seat, but we had a bridal car with a driver already there. So that was all good.
Wow, thank you. And you've now been married for 60 years.
60 years,
Oh my
yes.
goodness. How many children again?
7.
7 children.
Yeah, and 15 grandchildren.
15 grandchildren.
Yes.
But even before I met Ray, I had these conditions for who I would marry. 3 conditions. Number 1, Collingwood supporter. Number 2, Catholic. And number 3, he had to have a car. So we had all those, so that, you know,
Yes.
there you go, tick, tick, tick.
Yes, it's very important. The first one is very important.
Absolutely, that's why.
You've got the order and they were given within you.
Yeah, and you stay on together now for 60 years, and you know, did you say 16 grandchildren?
15.
15
Yeah.
grandchildren with
Yeah.
7 children. That's
Yeah.
wonderful, and I'm sure you've created a beautiful world. So, in your view of love, when it comes to Christian couple relationship, what would you say?
Well, we've both got very strong faith, and we live a Christian life, and we love each other, and we love our family, and we have unconditional love, you know, for each other. And I just love him more than I can possibly imagine, and that's how I think God loves us more than that. And I think, how can that be? But it's just all about love. I mean, there's plenty of times when I don't like him, because, you know, we might be having a little altercation, but always the love is always there. You know, you mightn't have, and always, you know, you get over all those things. It's not possible not to have little arguments. So, and I think we have totally different personalities. I'm very social. I love people. I love to get out and go, get around. But Ray's very happy to stay home or just be with his family. Just loves his family. So I think we're like intertwined vine with thorns and fruits. So we've got, you know, that's how it is, I think. Yeah.
Thank you. Intertwined vine.
We are human at the end.
But we're very committed to the community and our friends and family, church, and we take it all very seriously. So it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm hearing that Christian love involves being human, being committed, that deep love that you have for each other.
And to know that God is always with me and with us. You know, no matter what happens, God is there. You know, I've always felt I'm in the palm of God's hand. That's how I feel. And so no matter what's happening, God is there. Yeah. Holding me, looking after me. Yeah.
Thank you. And you mentioned a few things about this being human and that you have to, you being yourself. And it's not always, you know, it's not always, I don't know if perfect is the right word, but it can be challenging sometimes. So what helps your loving relationship from Christian point of view? What helps? Do you have any examples of what helps it? Or was there a particular moment in your relationship that was challenging that you could share with us?
Yeah.
And how did you both manage to keep your love alive?
Well, we've been very blessed with our lives. You know, I say to people, no one gets the choice of their parents, their country of birth, colour of their skin, sexuality. None of us get those choices, but so I feel very blessed that we were born here. We had good parents and we've got a good family. We've got each other. I always wanted a dozen children. Always wanted a dozen. Ray wanted 4. And so, you know, wanted the dozen. And we had 2 children, and then I had 3 miscarriages in a row. And it was, it's awful, you know. And we accepted that. We were both very sad, and we accepted it. And just got on with the life. And then after that, prayed quite a bit. And I had 5 children in 6 years. After that, and 2 in 1 year, so I have Irish twins. And everything was wonderful. But it was a period of time when I was thinking, look, God, you know, what are you doing? Why can't I have the children that I want? So that was a sad time. And then when Ray had a heart attack at 55, that was just out of the blue, and, you know, it was very, very stressful for all of us. We were all worried. But we got on and we prayed about it, and we've had lots of other health issues since then. But what can you do? You just have to keep on going. And I know, knowing that God was with us all the time. I know when you were in hospital, he had the triple bypass. This is just how many years ago?
14 years ago.
14 years ago he had the triple. I'd go to bed and I'd be crying, and also for our 50th wedding anniversary, Brian suggested that we have the song
I Am a Sailor.
I Am a Sailor. And so I'd play that. I would be crying. And it was all about, you know, life on a boat, say, using that example, and rough times and smooth times and so on. So we got through that. He's all right now. I think he just wanted attention. And so, you know, we were sad and we were shocked, but we shared that experience, and now we're right, aren't we?
Yeah.
And also with the 7 children, it was lots of hard work, but we shared between us everything that we could. And I always say that if you want something, you have to work for it. You can't just expect it to just happen and don't do anything. So, you know, we were both prepared to put in the work, and the rewards are great. You know, it's wonderful.
Yeah, yes, and I imagine the 3 miscarriages, not just 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Must have been difficult, challenging time, and also the illness, but obviously what I'm hearing here is the great trust and faith and acknowledgement of the challenge at the time. I'm sensing a deep love. I guess the tears didn't come just like that. So that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
And of course, when we had the death of our parents, well, Ray was only 14 with his, but my father died suddenly with a heart attack. And
The day after his birthday.
yeah, he was at our place for his birthday, and he's blowing out candles on the cake, and he said, instead of blowing out candles, maybe I should be pushing up daisies. Next morning he was dead. Heart attack, just massive heart attack. So he was only 76. So that was good for him, big shock for us, you know. So, yeah.
How about you, Ray? You got anything to add? You don't have to.
No, not necessarily, but I mean, I think I think our Christian faith is always there behind us in the daily living, the ups and downs, yeah, we're human beings. We have differences of opinion, but so what? We agree to disagree and get on with it. And well, I think that's what love's all about. I love my wife, and my wife, I guess, loves me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's beautifully put. It's nice. I like the humor.
Oh, good.
I like the humor, and I can definitely sense the deep love for each other. I was asking this question about what helps you in your relationship. I think from what you've been saying, I'm hearing perseverance and commitment and prayer and faith.
Yeah.
Was there anything else you could add?
Well, I think married couples are all, theoretically, are all the same. But with that Christianity, that education we've had all the way through from birth to even today, you know, having that faith, practicing our faith is always there in the background. It's always, whether we're aware of it or not, it's there and we're following it, and that helps us when we come to our human traits of agreeing, disagreeing, or happy or sad or whatever it happens to be. I think it's there as a backstop in the back of our minds all the time. And I mean, because we practice it, we're going to Mass of a Sunday and all those things. I mean, it's reinforced all the time. It's a great help. But with this responsibility of marriage, and as Kay said, we had 7 children and we've got 15 grandchildren. What comes with that is responsibility for what you've brought into the world. And it's for us to make sure their lives are as good as they can be and give them the opportunity to have what we've had over our lifetime, yes.
And I think we know who needs what, when, where, how and why. We know all that. You just know before it's even asked. You just know these things. And we're both really active in the community. Like we're in Probus, we're in U3A, church, and, you know, different networks that you're just involved in. So it gets you, you know, mixing with people, it's just a wonderful thing. Love it. And Ray's very generous. He's spent over 50 years doing the accounting for the church. And he's still doing it for
Pius X.
Pius X. And he gives to so many charities, just so many. And so he's very, very generous, and he's very generous with his time. He's always willing to, if it's needed, to take someone somewhere, take them to the airport, or, you know, look after kids when they were younger, not so much now. But he loved doing it. He loved doing all that.
That's the biggest things that I miss now, is that as we get older, I used to enjoy picking up my children and grandchildren from school, but now they're all moved up and grown up, and that was a joy to be able to just, you know, I mean, grandchildren are great. Children are great. Your own children, but grandchildren are better because you can spoil them and send them off home.
Nice. Yeah.
So we
nice.
have shared values. We do life differently, quite differently. I'm sort of I'm the butterfly and he's the caterpillar. It just, you know, Ray says I'm always flitting from here to there. Well, it's good. I like that, and he's happy to do what he's doing. So that, you know, they say opposites attract. I think that's fairly true. But so I've been doing volunteer work at Box Hill Hospital Emergency Department for 15 years, and I really like that because it's so true. In giving you receive. You receive so much. And I do it with the third year medical students from Monash and Deakin. And I did the CPE at the REPAT, and I used to do the volunteer work there after I'd finished the CPE. I did the volunteer work there. So it's just being with people.
Yeah, what can you say a bit more about the work you do as a volunteer?
At the emergency department, you just go into the cubicle and speak with the patient. If they've got visitors, offer them a cup of tea or coffee. Usually they say, "Oh no, don't worry about it, I don't want to bother you." And I say, "Well, I won't have a job if you don't get something." So sometimes they'll say, "Oh no, it's all right." So I'll offer them a gin and tonic, and their faces light up and they go, "Oh yes." And I say, "I think we're all out of that today." So, and sometimes like the older people might need to be sat with because they've got no family with them, because they tell me their family's busy. So I just stay with them and talk with them. Sometimes we're not supposed to mention God or prayers or anything like that, but if they bring it up, then, you can talk to them about God or whoever, whatever they want. Sometimes we might just look after the young child or a baby while they go out and move their car because they've got parking worries. And it's mainly just being there to talk to people. And, especially the older people who have just got no one. And, so I just I like to do that. So I've been doing that, as I said, for 15 years. And with the medical students, they come into they have a room like a surgery, like a doctor's surgery, and then they treat whatever I have that, they pick up. Usually they want to talk about the heart. And so there's, at the beginning of the year, 3 of them do it. One does history, one does examination, and one does management. So it's 15 minutes each. And then we have to speak back to them how we found how they went. Then we write it up on an iPad. But it's just to help them learn to listen to the patient and not be doing it from the book, but actually learn to listen. They're all so young. They're so young. They're so lovely. And when we critique them, I just have to be, praise and affirmation, I think, is that's about all I can give them, because I think they're so good and they're so young. But if there's something that I think maybe that you need to speak up a bit louder or something like that, that's okay. But so that's what I do there.
Yeah,
no, I enjoy that.
Special ministry of being present, I imagine.
Yeah, it's just
being. People are lonely,
isn't it?
And
it's just being with them.
And I guess implanting something that could be very helpful in those young professionals for the future. That's nice.
Yeah. Well, I just tell them that at the end, there's a doctor in the room too, critiquing. She doesn't, or he doesn't say anything. But at the end of the session, she'll say, what feedback do you have? And I just say, keep doing what you're doing because we need you. Just, and all the best for what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I didn't know what you do there, but it's nice to hear that. And thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Yes, and I guess that and all of that giving, from what you said, I said about Ray, giving to charities and offering to pick up people, all that part of service obviously means something to both of you as a Christian couple. Unless you have something else to share about that question, and you can. Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, I think that's all.
Yeah, it says Have you just talked about what you appreciate about each other? Qualities have enriched and maintained your love? Is that what you've just talked about?
No.
No. Would you like to talk about that?
Yeah. I would just like to say that Ray is very caring and generous. Very. He never, ever has questioned what I spend money on or why I do it or anything like that. And or where I'm going or what I'm doing. And I've been overseas many times with two of my sons, with my sister, with friends, many times. And even when I went to China in '88, I left him with two of them were older, but left him. That was only for about 10 days. But I've been away for 6 weeks at a time, and he never says don't go. I'd go anyway. But, so he's never ever questioned anything like that, so that's good. Your turn.
Oh, well, I wouldn't live without you, would I?
No.
I couldn't live without you. No, I've been very lucky, and I've got someone who looks after me and looks after herself as well, and we just share life's things as they come along, and one day after the other. That's what it's all about, I think. Yeah. I don't think there's any.
No, well, we were always present and available for the children, whatever they needed, if they needed anything. Oh, actually, Ray would, I'm talking about his generosity, but I'm saying he would get around with the shirt off his back and the seat out of his pants if he wanted to give or felt they needed something, he would do that. Whereas I would not. I'm not. I think I was the one in their upbringing, I was the one who always said no, and he would always do it. Whenever.
Yeah, I care very much about my children and grandchildren, and just to give you an example, I'd like to know where they are. I'm not a busybody, but I'd like to just know that they're safe. And for instance, just recently, my son drove up to the Gold Coast this week. He left on Sunday, and I rang him a number of times every day just to see how he was
Not
going.
Not every day, all day.
Yeah, on and off. Yeah. Just to make sure where he was and everything was all right, and he got there safely. So you never stop thinking about how they are. Yeah, well, he's still my
so
child.
that's a true example.
Yeah.
And what's one thing, if you had to say one thing about Kay that you value the most?
She's always there for me. She puts up with me. That's the number one thing. Anyone that puts up with me is pretty good. And the way I feel about her is that I could not do without her. And if she was to pass on before me, I think I'd be one of those people that don't last long after their spouse dies. Not that I would do anything to shorten that, but I think it would just naturally come to me that my life would not be the same without her. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. But he knows he's on a warning that if he dies before me, I'll kill him because I'm not paying the bills, I'm not taking out the bins, and I'm not going out to the front gate to get the newspapers and bring them in so I can read them. So he knows.
That's my daily ritual in the morning. I've got to get up, go out, get the papers, bring them in, drop them on the bed when she reads one of them in bed, and yeah, it's just
That's at 7
That's
o'clock,
life.
the latest. 7 o'clock is the latest.
I like how you both sound depending on each other.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful couple, like you were saying. I can't quite remember the imagery you said, but it's it's completing each other. Opposites attract. It's nice.
Well, when you make your wedding vows, they're not just words. It's how you live it. You have to live it after you've taken those vows. And I just believe in that, and that was the contract we took, and that's the contract we will keep.
Thank you, and thank you very much for all the sharing. We appreciate it.
Pleasure.
I think it's been wonderful. I think there's more to it, but we've got a sense of what I think we can appreciate. There's one last question, but before I ask that question, you might have something that you like to add, something that you think, oh, maybe I should say that.
No, other than we thank you and Tree for what the work you're doing, and particularly we've enjoyed so far the 3 filming you've done, and it was very interesting to hear what other people are going through, are doing that, and how wonderful life can be, irrespective of what you're granted in life, what disabilities, whatever life brings with you, to you and gives to you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, and thank you. The last question is, there could be couples struggling at this time, Christmas especially. Well, do you have anything that you could say to them?
Yeah. Provided it's not something like a betrayal or domestic violence or something like that, just a couple that are, as you say, struggling, I would say, think back to when you first fell in love. Think back to that. Was it real? Because if it was real, where's it gone? Sometimes you're so busy and they're both working and it's a struggle. The whole thing's a struggle. And if you're feeling that you're not appreciated or cared for, that would make it very difficult. So I'd sort of asked them if they had considered talking to each other first in a conciliatory way and having counselling, and if they're Christian, they can pray together. There's lots of things that could be done, but I just think back to how you were when you first married and how happy you were. And but some people just grow apart. That's it. They just grow apart. They go in different directions, and there's nothing that can be done. But try first to to reconcile with each other. That's all I think.
Thank you.
I would just say that married life, it's hard work. It takes commitment, but the rewards are great at the end of the day.
Yeah. And it's also joyful, isn't it?
Joyful and
very
that's
joyful.
Right, joyful and great.
Which is more than happiness. It's joy. Yeah.
I like that word, joy being at the end, and of course it's not without acknowledging the commitment and the hard work, which I think it's both a blessing and a privilege for me to hear, and I'm looking for another word. more a word of congratulating you for the love that you've both committed to, and again the children that you've had and the grandchildren, and I guess that love keeps overflowing not just to the children but also again the grandchildren and the people that you serve in the church and beyond the hospital too. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Trey.
Thank you.